Said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Taking on a team looking for its first win, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to the back. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time he's got it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Cornhuskers have their offense in high gear. Leaves it with the running back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going downfield for the big play. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Got his man all by himself. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Flips it out in the flat. Nice move to keep running. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Huskers look to do some damage in the red zone. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the ground. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got his man downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Snagged out of the air. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. The snap sets up to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they turn it into a defensive score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
There he goes. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Good, right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's going to bring this one out. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Going deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero, but, oh boy, it's kind of the opposite.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarter.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. Guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Turns it loose. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. He takes it at the 45. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's high. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with second and short. To the ground with the bat. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. To the air on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Husker! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Mizz has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Breaks into the open. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. On the move. Slithers into space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Looking to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he missed it. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. Turning it on! They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Got his man quickly. Looking for room at the 30. Oh, a lot of space. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Some misdirection with the counter. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the ball carrier really showed up for his offense there, right? Down in your own end, within your own 10-yard line, you need someone to step up and make an explosive play happen. You got to make people miss and give yourself some room to work and operate and really get this drive going. He did exactly that.
Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like...
Oh, he's got some space. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Takes a hit as he fires. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He might want another play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Absolutely center cut. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Ohio. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
The give to the back. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Huskers in the hurry up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Spits it out to the back. On target. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Near the 49-yard line. Ready. First down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got the quick pass. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. No good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Cornhuskers will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Fowler. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
The give from the gun. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Right down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defense has the lead in the second half. Expect to see a lot of zone coverage. It's going to be tight. It's going to be hard to fit these footballs in, especially when you're throwing in the middle of the field like they were right there as the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's high. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and...
There he goes! Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Power football with the run.
great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down.
Touchdown, Nebraska! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Well, Lil Red's probably turning into Big Red with pride right now with this performance he's turning in.
And, man, he is in his bag. He's running it. He's throwing it. This defense is like habit, what? Which way do I go? Who's got the football? He is setting this defense on fire.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Fowler. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Mizzz has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Breaks into the open. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 8 over Virginia. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The short hand, it's Burns. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. From the gun, the ground game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
defense thinking run all the way, and you could tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again, or are you going to force them to pass the football?
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt, but I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catches, plenty to give them a first down. Mizzz coming out with a fresh set of downs. Run the gun. He leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They'll immediately call timeout. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one is perfect. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
They'll try the run. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this year. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the tailback. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. At the 35, he's got room. Powers through.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Hand off from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. Turning it on. Touchdown, Missouri! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Looking to scramble. He's got the 2-point conversion, but they are still way behind. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Going to sling it on second down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. You got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Motion from the wideout. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Hands it off. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
Man, those plays are frustrating on the defense. You get 3 stops, and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
The Tigers will hustle to the line. He leaves it with his back. Can't get him to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another